You hear now, Everboon Foundation, in partnership with the African Youth Initiative in Crime Prevention, the Confucius Institute and Code Jiga will be hosting a multinational South African, Nigeria and China website coding challenge on Saturday. Now let's get details. We're now joined via Zoom by Nandi Madadasana, who's the Managing Director of Everboon Foundation. Nandi, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Now talk to us about this event. How did it come about and what's the main aim of the event?
Okay. Thank you so much, firstly, for inviting me and the opportunity to share the exciting initiative. So the reason why we're doing this, firstly, is that we are a non-governmental organization, or an NPC. We are very passionate about education and the fourth industrial revolution. So we do quite a lot of projects within the education space, right? And so what we've decided to do, because we're in the 4IR space and the education space, this month is actually a month for National Science Month celebration. So it actually makes sense for us to be able to do something about this and formulate partners, really. And then what we then decided to do is to bring in people together, different organizations come together, and then for us to be able to have a bigger impact. Because at times, you find us working in silos. So as a result, we don't see as much impact as we would see should we actually work together. So then, we had a look at the National Science Week program. We decided to go to SASTA, which is the South African agency, that promotes the advancement of technology education. So that's how we came about with this, because we also had a look at what is really happening on the ground. We are actually in crisis as a country when we're looking at least 63% of our youth are unemployed. This is a crisis. So what this then means is that our education system is basically putting out there the graduates that are not employable, or maybe there's a mismatch between what is being offered in education and that which corporate might want for employees. So that means then there's something that needs to be done. But this can't squarely just be put on curriculum. We do know that we're in the era of the fourth industrial revolution, which has hit the whole world. So we're transitioning right now. So even this, we all know that there are also other people, massive people that have missed even the third revolution. So now that we're on the fourth one. So now we're trying to balance things out. And the best way to do this is for us to formulate these partnerships, to work with government, to work with government agencies, to work with corporates, and our fellow NGOs for us to be able to make an impact. And we do know the 4IR requires the ICT, which is information communication technology. And what really runs this is coding. So now we need to really give our scholars the coding skills for them to be able to be competitive, be globally competitive. And, and looking at the theme of the National Science Week, it just made things even much more sweeter and better for us, because it really focuses on how do we demystify, the complexities or the myth around innovations. And that's how easy it is to code. And then we decided we will approach other organizations. Code Jiga was just on board with us. And then now we'll be doing this challenge. And what's very important that we chose to do was that, listen, instead of just doing a challenge for the sake of doing a challenge, how about we actually say the school must actually do a challenge whereby they'll be able to produce a website and develop a website for their own school. So we took a grade 11 classes. They'll be the ones that are participating in the challenge. Come next year, January, we'll be unveiling the websites that they would have made. And what this then does, it builds confidence in our kids, because when they exit grade 12 next year, they will actually be exiting with a skill, but also during the grade 12 period, they will be able to go to any organization, any small SNME, and say, you know what, we can actually do a website for you. And if you do need some kind of proof of this, we can actually go online, because the website is going to be live online. So this then becomes a very realistic picture of of what it is that we can do, because we ought to be practical now in how we are deliberate about how or what we deliver with our kids.
All right, Nandi, you've said a mouthful, but I'm also glad that you mentioned unemployment. Talk to me about, this is a multinational, of course, event. I need you, in a very short space of time, just explain to us how you are going to include other countries. We know that Nigeria and China are involved, and just how many South African, of those grade 11 children, will be from South Africa.
Okay, so what we have done, we received a sponsorship from an organization, 115 Engineering, from the Mahikeng local municipality. So, because we also are targeting rural provinces, because you find quite a lot of these things happening within the cities. So we are having a school from Mahikeng. It's called Mahikeng High School. So their grade 11 class will be participating with this. And then in Nigeria, we had identified a school through the NGO. We have identified a school called the Ivory Tower International School. And then from China, because of the partnership we have with the UJ Confucius Institute, we're having a school from China that will also be participating, as well as the students that are within UJ High School that are participating in the Chinese projects.
All right.
So we'll be having our kids participating as well,
Nandi, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Really do appreciate it. Nandi Madadasana, who is the Managing Director of Everboon Foundation.